Low chess people. Um, in the morning we went over this Yermolinsky thing that really hurt. Well, today I'm gonna show you um, a game that brought me a lot of euphoria. It's my all-time favorite game. It is against Vitaly Golod. Uh oh, there's Trent. There's Trent. The basketball. Uh oh. Okay. Look, Dos Hermanas, 8 minutes, 2 second increment from ICC. Unfortunately, it's in my email. I had the ICC deleted their database or the old games. So luckily for me, I saved all these, and thank goodness it's my favorite all-time game. And sometimes chess can really make you feel good. Vitaly Golod is Russian Grandmaster. Um, and I am black in a Benko gambit. So let's get into it. D4, knight of 6, all pretty standard. Everybody knows the Benko gambit. Knight c3, bishop a6. We have g3, the old Russian way to simply take the pawn, develop all your pieces, and castle. This is one of the old methods, is to play queen a5. Of course, you bring everybody over to the side. Rook d1, to be honest, was a little unfamiliar to me. But, okay, it's a normal move. Nothing to speak of. Rook b8. Now we're in the starting position. We could just start from here. Rook b1, rook d1. Nice, he wants to play b3, and he doesn't want his rook on a1. Sensible. Knight e8, this is the standard route. You go knight e8, knight c7, knight b5, attack this guy on c3. And so, the idea is without the knight on c3, the queen side's a little weaker. That's basically the idea. Bishop d2, there are no knight jumps. You don't have to worry about it. Remember, a2 will be hanging, for instance. B3, as he like. Knight b5, we trade, and now e2 is hanging. Now, normally I would say, you can't play e4. Don't play e4 because queen d3 comes and it hurts. Because how to defend? You can't take. Your rook gets dropped. Bishop on d3. You only have one box on c1, and then the bishop comes on b2. Arrivederci. Have a nice day. So usually they play bishop f1 here, but he went back to e1. Happy to see this because he wasted tempo with rook d1. Knight f6, and I had a long time. It's 8 minutes, 2 second increments, so I had a plan. e4. Okay, so you have a long think, and you got to find something. I'm down a pawn, right? I don't seem to have any compensation, really. It's going to go bishop c3, and normal recipe is if white gets in b4 in this position, these positions in general, he's threatening b5, you resign. You have to take, he takes, and then he just has outside pass pawn, and not a lot of compensation. So you have to get funky here some way, and you need a plan. And so, knight g4. They say, well, this looks dumb. Can he just kick you away? Yes, he can. And if you were to go away, it would be totally ridiculous. But knight f2 doesn't work because he just takes it, and you go c4. There's bishop e3. So what's the idea? You got to think about it. It's pretty deep, I have to admit. Whether it's good or not is another story. But it is spicy enough for an 8-minute, 2 second increment game that caused a lot of havoc. h3, he went for it. c4 is the idea. Sacrifice the piece to get the pawn on b3. You must take it because f2 is hanging. And we get this guy here. And I thought this is tremendous compensation. Looks good, right? So what's the idea? Well, the idea is that we kicked him off of the square c2, and we can invade with bishop d3. Now we have two bishops, a pawn coming to b2, his a4 pawn is on pre, and it looks like it doesn't work at all because there's bishop e3, right? So we have to, when he goes bishop e3, now our dude is hanging on d3. What to do? Queen is hanging, this guy's hanging. If you go queen a6, we just lose our b pawn. And that's the end of the game. So the plan was to take this guy, give a lady, save our bishop, and now the queen cannot defend the bishop on b6. Kind of spicy. In truth, he should probably hold it. He should probably play queen d2. And when I take, he has knight d4 to block the diagonal. And when I take on a4, there is knight c6. Maybe I have. It's spicy enough. He should definitely go for this. But he thought about it for a long time. He was thinking, man, I really don't like this rook a4 coming. I'm going to glue my bishop. The thing's coming to b2. The bishop is holding the b1 square. It's a lot to worry about. So Vitaly decided not to even worry about it, and he went a5. I said, now what are you going to do? I got all these pieces. And when he did this, the wave set in. I thought that I was winning. Why? I'm not sure if it's winning, but I thought, at least I knew I had a clear plan, something to grab onto. What could it be? Well, obviously we're taking this, and we're going b2. And the main idea is, I got to get my rook to c1 by any means necessary. And I really didn't see how he was going to stop this, right? How do you hold the c1 square? I'm going rook c8 and rook c1. And no matter how many pieces, like, let's say in a fantasy that he could take with a bishop on c1, I have b1. Like, it's difficult. So he defends good, like GMs do, and he plays knight d2, and then rook c8, and rook c1, achieve the goal. And now he goes rook f1. I'm not sure if this is better than bishop f3. And now what to do? Our bishop on g7 seems so important, right? But not as important as removing the knight from b1. So we play here and attack his pawn on a5. It's important to grab this pawn because it opens the rook to come down to a1, right? And when he takes on c3, we're going to take back. And guess what? We're coming right back to c1 again. Coming right back home. So he doesn't do that, right? So now it's time to trade, and take the last unit. And guess what? There's another rook coming to c1. So he's holding on for dear life. King e2, rook here, king d1, and now we start hitting him with shots. The whole game is about c1 square, right? Let's draw him out of there. Let's get him away from there. Hello! Bishop e1 shot. This is just beautiful. He can't take it. He gets lured away. And we're threatening now. Bishop takes f2. He can't take it because we're overloading. He's overloaded everywhere. So he goes for e5. Bishop f2. He holds on. We take this guy. He takes. We take back. And now it's completely winning. Bishop e4. Rook c4. Not sure about the finish, if it was clean or not, but it worked out. Rook d4. King c2. Bishop e5. Bishop c3. Rook c4. Takes, and the dust settles here. Or does it? It gets really spicy now. This is why I felt so good. And in this one, I remember going out to the lake afterwards. I went out, I think, where was I? I forget where was I in this game? I went somewhere where there was a lake. This is a long time ago. I believe it's 1999? 1999 or 2001, something like this. And this is why I was happy because remember how the game revolved around the pawn on. You'll never see another game like this in your life. The game revolved around the pawn on b2 and rook on c1, and we're gonna finish this game off with the pawn on g2 and the rook on f1. Come on. Come on now. This was really sweet. And it went on a couple of more moves, but it's totally kaput. And yeah, that's my favorite game that I ever had, like in a glorified blitz game. So yeah, well, chess can give you the blues, and sometimes you're dancing a jig. So I hope you enjoyed this game. I think there's some good shots here. Interesting. I wonder if there was a way. I never put this in the machine, and I'm a little scared to do that because I don't want to ruin this. I know that in reality, like I said, he should take the queen and go not he shouldn't play a5. He should go queen d2. Let me eat the bishop and go knight d4. I think that was the recipe to keep some advantage. All right, everyone. Have a blessed day.